What is going on, guys? ICEMAN back here with another drift build video in Forza Horizon 4. So I actually had a comment from Mr. Unknown Hydra in one of my previous videos, and he says, "Can you do the ZL1 or ZR1?" Of course I can, man. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. I think I might have one, but let me double check. Okay, so I do have the ZR1 Corvette, ZL1 1LE Camaro, or the ZL1, and I've got older ZR1s, so I'm gonna go with newer ones. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. I'm gonna go with the, let's do the Camaro. Let's get it. Let's do it. Beautiful. I love this car. The front end's a little goofy to me, but you know what, it works. It works for the car, so it's kind of growing on me. But first thing we're going to do here is check out what kind of engine swaps we got for this thing. We could do the 6.5 liter V12 or the racing V8. Of course we're going to do the racing V8. A V12 and a Camaro? What kind of craziness do you think I am? Rear wheel drive. I'm not switching it to all wheel drive. I don't know why I selected that. And we got to throw a supercharger on this. I'm not going with a turbocharger on this build. No Forza wing, no spoiler removal. We're going to leave those stock. No wheel changes either, except for maybe... Nope. Actually, does that not change? Okay, we're going to get those wheels because it doesn't actually change the grip at all. So we're going to get them, and then we're going to do the muscle 5 spokes. I call them the muscle 5 spokes. We're going to leave them at 19 inch just because I don't feel like any car should have bigger wheels than that. And apparently I can only offset the front. Interesting. So you know what? We're going to make the front wheel wider then, since we can do that. We already did that. Moving on to the drivetrain, we're getting everything here that we possibly can. We want to get as much performance out of these vehicles as possible. You can always tone it down if you don't need as much as you think you need. We do rally springs. I think that just unlocks being able to adjust some stuff, so we're going to go ahead and get that. We're going to lower them, of course. And for the engine, we're going to go ahead and get every upgrade here because, like I said, we want to get as much performance out of this car as we possibly can, and this is how you do it. So there we have it. That is our total build there. It's 105,800 credits. We're going to go ahead and install this setup. We've got almost 1,400 horsepower. We got 1,351 horsepower. That is insane. Kind of blows my mind that these cars are getting so much power. The weight, because years ago, 1,000+ horsepower was like inconceivable, or not a few years, more than a few years ago, but still. Curb weight drops down to 3,000 pounds. Our lateral G's go up to 2.2, and our class goes up to an S2 944. Let's go ahead and get this installed and get on over to tuning. Alright guys, here we are in tuning. I'm going to leave the tires the same, gearing the same, just because I don't have any other option other than to wait till I'm done. We're going to put up the angle all the way and do -5 on the front, -2 on the rear for camber. And at roll bars, we're gonna stiffen up the rear just a tiny bit. We're gonna bring it up to a 20. For the springs, we're gonna lower the ride height quite a bit. Let me get the mouse here, and we're gonna drop them all the way down. And we're gonna also stiffen up the springs a bit. For differential, we're gonna go full lock, and the rest of the stuff I am not changing at this moment. So let's go ahead and apply this and see how this does. But first, I'll always forget about this. Let's see what kind of liveries we got going for this. We got the Transformers, Bumblebee, some random Forza liveries, not a fan. We could do the Horizon County Police livery or Jim Kahana. Well, you know what? Since this is a drift build, we got to get the Jim Kahana, right? And there we have it, guys. This is the drift build for today. I do hope you like it. You gotta let me know what your thoughts are. I like this livery. It's very nice. Get that nice Jim Kahana livery going on here. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing out to Needle Climb. Alright guys, here we are at Needle Climb. So let's go ahead and see what kind of score we can throw down with this guy. ZL1 Camaro. Hopefully we get a decent score out of it. I've got high hopes for it. This V8 sounds tremendous. I don't want to hear what a V12 sounds like in this car, if I'm not going to lie. I'm not a fan of the V12s in a Camaro or any muscle car. But if you want it to go fast, sometimes it's what you got to do. So far, not too bad. It's a lot of throttle control as per usual with my builds anyway. Don't know if there's anyone else that's kind of found that sweet spot for not needing to control the throttle too much, but you know, that's how my builds go, so you're probably used to it by now. Could definitely be at a much higher score, but it's not too bad right now. I'm really enjoying it, so you know what? I'm gonna just take it in and enjoy this drifting session with this ZL1, and you guys will have to let me know what your thoughts are on it. Transitions are clean. Feels good. It does feel really good. I think I'm gonna have a good score coming down now that I'm a little more used to it. Oh no. Too tight in that last curve there, but 253,000, not the best by any means whatsoever. I'm gonna make some adjustments here, and let's just check out. I want to say dampening. I think I need to stiffen this up just a tiny bit in the front and a little bit in the rear. So we're gonna go with an 8.0 and a 6.6. For bump stiffness, we're gonna increase this just because I feel like it's a little too soft still. But again, this is probably just me. I'm more of a guy along the lines of the stiff side, you know. I don't like my suspension and handling and stuff to be soft. So if you guys want to follow along with that, you can. Okay, getting a little further this time. Okay, I sees you. Too much, too much, too much. It's a matter of finding that sweet spot for the throttle. It's kind of a difficult run. Very disappointed in this. But maybe I have to just go find a proper drift tune. And if I do that, I know for sure they're probably going to have the V12 in it. And I really don't want that. I want this V8. Because any other engine in this car is a shame. Alright guys, I'm going to give this one more go here and we'll see how it does. Hopefully it does better. This time, I don't know if what I'm getting wrong in the tune here. Maybe you guys can help me out. But it's just not feeling quite right. It's getting a little too loose. I have the camber all the way at 0, so it's not like it's too much camber. And I've got the tire pressure at 30. I mean, I could probably lower the tire pressure to see if that would help with grip, but it's almost like it just gets too loose. But maybe I figured it out. I did change the brake balance, but that shouldn't really make any difference because I'm not really braking through these corners. But who knows, maybe it does. Coming down here, I mean, this is probably going to be not the best run, but you know what? We're going to roll with it. This is going to be the last run of this episode. Something just doesn't feel quite right with the car. Maybe it just doesn't like these tight sections. See, there it is. There it is. Maybe it just doesn't like these tight sections. I don't know. I bet you once I get it out in the open, it'll be just fine. This is actually the best run of the day for this car, so I'll take it. 273,000, not the best. I feel like this could have a lot of potential with it. I'm just not quite getting it right. That's kind of my fault. Not quite tuning it to the right, you know, to the right amount of balance between power and weight. Maybe I just need to decrease some performance upgrades. Who knows? But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for coming out. I do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you are part of this kind of craziness that is my random wheel spins and my just comments. These are comment suggestion builds. That way you can, you know, maybe make some suggestions yourself for something I can do in the future. While you're at it, go ahead and turn on those notifications. That way you'll be notified when I upload a new video or go live. And when I go live, my subscribers can join me in a lobby if they want, so long as it doesn't get full. And honestly, they don't get full very often. So if you are interested in that, that is something you can do If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like. That way I know you are interested in this kind of stuff. This was one of the more difficult ones, so thanks Hydra for that. I do appreciate it. Making me struggle here. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, guys, thanks for coming out. It does mean a lot to me, and it is very much appreciated. So anyway, thanks again. I will see you guys in the next one.